Hello, welcome to Japanese craft beer reviews. For today's beer, we're going to look at a beer from a brewery which is very well known in Japan, and that is Minoh Beer. And Minoh Beer is formerly known as AJI, and in fact, they still include that on their labels, AJI, Aji, but they're known as Minoh Beer. And Minoh is actually, it's the location. It's a city just to the north of Osaka City, leading up to some mountains outside of town. And this brewery was founded in 1996 and began brewing from 1997. It has an unusual backstory. And what happened was the father of the Oshita family, who had been a liquor distributor, wholesaler, he decided that one thing he wanted to do was open up a brewery, and he decided that his daughters would be the owner or the brewers for it, and he did buy the location, and apparently drove them by one day and said, "This is where you're going to make beer." A total surprise to them, which they had never done anything like this. So they began, and there were three daughters, and I think two are primarily involved in the brewing at this point. And they worked with malt extract beers until about 2002, and then they started making entirely all malt beers. And they opened up the brewery and a location, a tap house called Beer Belly, and actually two Beer Bellies downtown Osaka. They're not too far from each other. One of them closed down, and then they opened up another location in Tenmabashi area. And they also have their warehouse area not far from the brewery where you can drink as well. And they're well known for doing a lot of use of local produce involving local farmers. So things like peaches and yuzu will find their ways into their beers, grapes, things like that, hemp even. The quality of their beer was variable over quite a period of time. One of their most famous beers is their double IPA, which is called W-IPA, and friends and I would agree that this was one of the best beers in Japan, except when it wasn't. And so the quality was quite variable, but they've kind of gotten that under control, I think. And they do all kinds of interesting experiments, collaborations. One of the best beers I've ever had from them was just a very limited Sancho infused stout for their Christmas beer in 2008, and it was absolutely astounding. Sancho is a Chinese pepper. And they also have an annual anniversary party at their brewery. I'm not sure if they did it this year because of coronavirus, but I've attended a couple times. And I do have some pictures. Maybe I can include that here in this video of the anniversary there, which is quite an event. Apparently the head brewer attends 100 festivals, or used to attend over 100 festivals. And here we have a look at the old brewery, the old location of Minoh Beer, and this was during their 11th anniversary party, which I said they had every year. They have an anniversary party. This was in 2008, and it was quite an event. I had an opportunity to interview the two brewers, and this is Mayuko on the left and Kaori Oshita on the right, and we had a nice interview and talk there. So working very hard, making the beer and then promoting the beer all over the country. They have a series of flagship beers: a Pils, a Pale Ale, a Weizen, a Stout, and the Double IPA, which appear in many liquor stores throughout Japan, and many seasonals. So they make quite a few. And let's take a look. Today's beer is called, it's got an unusual name, Minoh Bosuzaru, and it means boss monkey or alpha male monkey. They have a number of monkey-themed beers, and the reason is that the mountain area above Minoh is full of Japanese monkeys, and and we see clearly the boss monkey with his shades on, and he's got a hop earring. This is an IPA, a black IPA, or called Cascadian Dark, 6%, 65 international bittering units, and it apparently has Citra hops in it. On RateBeer, this one has 27 ratings and 21 reviews, written reviews, an average score of 3.53, 78 percentile for all beers on RateBeer, and 48 for its style, which is IPA Black Cascadian Dark. Untapped, 1,028 ratings, 3.72 out of 5. I have rated this before a few years ago, but I haven't had it for a while. Let's see how it is. Again, Minoh Bosuzaru, 6%, 65 international bittering units. And by the way, the father, who unfortunately died a few years ago, was known as the Godfather among breweries in Japan, as kind of leading the way for craft beer breweries in Japan and promoting them very heavily. Okay, this is completely dark. A finger and a half of tan head. Kind of foamy, bubbly, spongy. Let's try the aroma. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, this is definitely a Cascadian. It's got kind of the rough roast malt and kind of rough hoppiness mixed together in the nose. You get a sense of light, sort of dark fruitiness, maybe light pruniness perhaps, but spiced up. Flavors very similar. That is the roast malt clearly in evidence, and then the hops come out and tingle the sides of the tongue. Light coffee note for sure. Mild chocolate. This is very pleasant. And it's got the lightly scratchy mouthfeel, which is just right, I think, for this style. So it doesn't go down completely smoothly like a pale ale or anything like that. Or even a regular IPA, it kind of grabs your tongue and sort of scratches while you're drinking it. Pleasant, wonderful. Yeah, this is a very good beer by a good brewery, Minoh Beer. Again, this is called Minoh Bosuzaru, Boss Monkey, 6%, 65 international bittering units from Minoh Beer in Minoh, Osaka Prefecture, Japan. They're a brewery that you certainly need to try. If you come to Osaka, you have several locations to find them, and they appear in a lot of liquor stores, supermarkets. Their flagships are in Yamaya liquor stores, definitely, and they will be on tap in many bars throughout Japan, so give them a go, okay? All right, well, that's it for today. Hope you're doing well. Stay healthy. Take care. Bye-bye.